still setting up. Hold on a second.
I see the live icon on my screen.
Yep, I think we're ready.
Let's go ahead and pull that PowerPoint. All right, good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. This is the City of South Fulton Community Zoning Information Meeting. My name is Nathan Lombardo. I'm the Planning and Zoning Administrator for the City of South Fulton. And joining me on the presentation tonight are Dana Gray and Marissa Jackson, both planners in our department as well. This is our meeting for Monday, December 7th, 2020. We have two cases for you tonight. Due to the holiday schedule of the City Council, both of these will be heard tomorrow at the City Council meeting. You can view that meeting online virtually as well. And you can still submit comments for anything tonight online as well to the City Clerk. We can go ahead and go to the first slide, please. First case here is M20002. It's a modification request for Bedford Estates Phase 2. Go on. So this one will be a lot more clear once you see the map and I walk the entire internet through it here. But this was originally platted as Phase 2 of a CUP. There are existing parts of this development in place near to it. Original conditions for this part of the development called for a gate. Phase 1, the main entrance to the subdivision, has a gate. The original connection, which you'll see on the forthcoming plat, is not possible due to the topography of the site. There's a street that goes over a stream and wetlands area that is not feasible. Due to this, it's not going to be constructed, and the conditions were not modified to accommodate this. Phase 2 is now going to connect to Phase 5. And there is a second emergency access point that is being installed as well. What you'll see on the site plans is that if the gate remains, this phase of the development becomes completely isolated by itself and is not connected or well integrated to other parts of the development. We can go to the next slide, please. This will be the zoning map and the aerial map. We can see where it's located. The highlighted blue property in the center of the map is the property in question. And you can see the aerial map on the right. Camp Creek Parkway runs right to the right of the site. We can go to the next slide, please. This is the original plat for the entire development. If you will look at the very center of the screen where the dark black line is, that is the original road and connection between the two phases. You can see a stream and wetlands area that this road would have gone over. I also would draw your attention to the bottom of the plan you see here. There is a road coming in and a little stop area where the gate would be installed, and you'll see that better on the next slide as well. I would also call your attention to the vertical road that runs parallel to that entrance gate street. There'll be a change to that road on the revised site plan as well. Go to the next slide. You will see here in the upper part of this plan here, the crossing of that stream and wetland is no longer there. That street is cul-de-saced, and we are avoiding that wetland area in its entirety. On the street that I called out before that ran parallel, you'll see a new emergency exit that will have a lockbox. This will connect to an existing part of the development. So there will be secondary access. At the bottom of this plan here, you'll also see the currently required gate area, and this is the part that we want to remove so that this part of the development is not isolated in its entirety from the other parts of the development that are already there. And I believe Michelle Battle is on to make any clarifications and add some additional supporting information.
Yeah, the only thing that I would add to that is that the portion where the gate was contemplated is now actually going into the Bedford Estates community, which is owned by Century. And this will be basically the second phase of that particular development. The first phase of this project, known as Camp Creek Village, That phase does have privacy gates as required, and it was never intended for the second half to have the privacy gates, and the conditions actually prohibited us from having connection between this phase 2 and phase 1. So this is just basically kind of cleaning up an oversight from the original conditions that were approved year before last. Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks so much. Have any comments come in on YouTube or any questions in the planning email box?
No
None at this
YouTube
time.
comments.
Yeah.
Okay. And as always, if any questions or comments come in after the fact, we can reach back out to anyone watching this at any time to get your questions answered. All right. That is the end of this particular case. We can move on to the next one. This is M20003, a modification, also a modification for Kingsland Phase 2. We can go to the next slide, please. So what you'll see here, the property was originally zoned for a very large development for over 300 homes. At the outset, multiple pieces of property were intended to be acquired, but that did not happen over the course of time. The current owner and petitioner purchased this property with the conditions intact for the original size development over 300. The new development will only have 127 homes. Go to the next slide, please. The current amenity package for the original development over 300 homes required an Olympic-sized pool, a 1,200 square foot clubhouse, playground, and other outdoor recreation courts. They were much too large and much too expensive for a smaller development to support. And we wouldn't want to have a development that had an undue burden on its residents, which would, also inhibit the ability of the developer to sell these lots at all. So the new proposed package is high quality and provides a high level of amenities as well. They have already run these through several community meetings and have gotten positive feedback. You can go to the next slide, please. You can see the zoning map and aerial map here. It is, again, the blue outline parcel in the middle of the zoning map on Butner Road. And we can see the aerial map over on the right-hand side. It's residential all in the area. Go to the next slide. This is an overall map of the development or the section in question. It's one long meandering street with lots on both sides. The amenity zone is the red area on the left-hand side of the map. Go to the next slide. And you will see a zoom in of that area. You'll see a clubhouse, a splash pad, a basketball court, a playground, and a parking area dedicated to this. And we can go to the next slide, please. Here is a rendering of that proposed amenity area. You can see it's smaller than what was originally required for the large development, but still in line with current trends of amenity packages and appropriate for the size of the new development. And I know that some members of the development team are on the call now to explain a little further.
Just to add a few things, I will say this is Whit Porter with Parent Homes. Thanks for having me tonight. I will say that the planned lots has actually dropped down from 127 to 124. We lost a few lots in phase 1B, which will be developed after phase 2. We have had some community feedback on top of the original letter that I sent out before Thanksgiving. And we actually did get some feedback about the basketball court. We did hear that some individuals wanted some more green space incorporated. And so we're considering adding some more green space where the basketball court goes.
This would be in addition to the basketball court.
Well, to fit in the amenity area, we'd have to take out some of the basketball court. So we could leave half of the basketball court in the amenity area, but to add that additional green space, we'd have to take out some of the court.
Yeah, I would strongly recommend. I mean, a half court is pretty. That's not unheard of. So I would strongly recommend staying with a minimum of a half court here,
Noted. Thank you.
and just adjusting the design as needed here.
Sounds good.
This will be presented the same way tomorrow at council. So just keep in mind, if more changes are requested and there's no additional documentation of those, there's a chance it could be postponed until those kind of things were available. So just keep in mind that that's something that could be a possible outcome, but do bring this same issue up tomorrow, please.
Will do. Thank you.
Did any questions or comments come in from YouTube or the planning email box?
From YouTube, Teresa Sublet wants to know what are the lot sizes for Kingsland Phase 2?
They are 50-foot lots. 50-foot wide, for clarification.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments come in?
No, nothing in the planning.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you so much. Like I said, this was a quick meeting tonight. We only had the 2 cases. These cases will both be presented at the council meeting tomorrow, so you still have time to submit comments to the clerk and watch the public presentations tomorrow as well. I want to thank everybody for watching. Thank the whole internet, as I always do, and have a great night, everybody. Thanks so much.
Thanks, you too.
Thank you.